at that time, and places like Kansas City or Flint was very, very few Jews. Everybody tried to go to New York. And I was told that for a single woman to go to New York, it will be extremely hard. But I still went to New York. I met, in Italy, I met a woman with her daughter. So we rented apartment together and stayed there for a while. I came in November of '74. At that time, it was just a couple of days before Thanksgiving Day of that year. And then at least 6 months, that's what I was doing, cleaning, taking care of sick people or whatever, learning English, studying English. And then in July of '75, I remember, July, 7/7, I remember even that day, I got a job as a trainee in Chase Manhattan Bank.
So you went from Italy to New York?
Yes, yes.
And how long did it take the actual trip from Odessa to New York? How long did you stay in Italy?
Oh, in Italy, what you do in Italy, I applied, like all other immigrants, applied to American Embassy for getting, not green card, we didn't get green card, it's what is called refugee. You get a status of refugee based on political reason. And with that status, I could come to New York. So I was in Italy about a couple of months.
No, but that's automatic green card. Didn't they give you automatic green card at the airport?
My mother got automatic. When a year later I brought my mother and my aunt, they got automatic green card.
I got automatic green card.
I didn't get. I got refugee, and then it took, I don't remember how long, a year or so it took to get a green card. No, it took even more. I remember my first trip abroad when I was already employee of Chase Manhattan Bank, and there was a group getting to Europe. I was a part of the group, and that was in '77. And I remember we were there 2 weeks, we visited 6 countries, and the whole trip, including everything, was $900. It was a lot for me. Because as a trainee, I got salary, big salary, close, something almost $10,000 a year. But my God, my first trip abroad, and the first stop, Paris. And the first trip that we go Montmartre. It was unreal. It was absolutely unreal.
You finally made it.
Yeah. Then we went to other countries. We went Holland, Belgium.
Via New York. Go to Paris via New York.
But I was one of the first. I remember that I was known, Marina, who was in Europe. Now, a few years later, everybody would go, because Russians travel a lot. I studied English, but my English still was very poor. I still remember getting into something like my boss would say, join me. So come with me. I said, no, I'm not from Germany, I'm from Russia. Things like that. Or when I was a trainee, as a program trainee, and they say, the system down. So what, did they move to another floor? Things like that.
So you didn't speak any English when you came here?
A little bit, because I studied in Italy, a little bit. But when at the trainee group, I remember there was 16 people. For sure, I was the only immigrant who didn't know the word. But it was okay. That was a big luck for me with my university diploma, and I got a job as a trainee.
That was a big deal.
Teaching English was discouraged in those countries.
Right.
What, teaching English?
Did they teach you English in schools?
No. Some schools were.
I don't remember anywhere in my country teaching English in 1950s.
When I was in school, just I studied French.
English was looked down upon.
No, and I know in Russia some school where they were teaching German, some school French, like in my school.
German, yes.
English, no, some school.
French and German, yes, but not English.